All right, everyone. Last looks. Quiet on set. Roll sound. Sound speed. Roll camera. Camera speed. Scene 1. Take 1. Market. And action. Hi, I'm Ed, the host of Savannah on Film, and we explore the economic and cultural impact and values of the film industry in Savannah through conversations with people who work in the industry and related fields. You can find us here on WRUU-LP, Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings, community radio with global soul. And hello, Savannah. Hello, world. Welcome to another episode of Savannah on Film, where we talk to the people making everything happen in the film industry. Our purpose is to explore the economic and cultural impact and values of the film industry in Savannah through conversations with people who work in the industry and related fields. We are here on WRUU 107.5 FM LP, Savannah Soundings, community radio with global soul. We're welcoming to the show today. I am welcoming Dana Joyce Schiller.
Hello. How
Welcome.
Are you?
And we're going to have a hoot today. We're just going to be laughing here and having a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me.
Whenever I talk to you, all of a sudden my southern drawl just comes out. I don't know.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love it.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Let's talk a little bit about Dana, okay?
Oh, God.
You got this, girl. Dana is an accomplished actor, acting in over 22 films. Girl, when do you sleep?
I do sleep.
You do sleep, but
yes.
You're acting in your even in your dreams.
I guess so, yes.
Her roles are different and interesting insights into the human condition. From dramas to comedies, Dana can do it all. And we welcome her to the show. And let's start by looking at a variety of your film roles. We're going to look at your accomplishments first.
Okay.
You have got 3 nominations. You've been involved in 3 films that had 3 nominations.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't it?
It was only 2 films. I think the one of them had
yes.
2 nominations.
Yeah, and I'm just going to break it down from 2017. Oh, break it down.
Break it down.
From the...
Stop it.
Stop it now. We're just going to laugh all day. Everybody's just going to hoot and holler here. From the Idlewild International Festival of Cinema, the 2017 film, it was nominated for Best Ensemble Cast, Short Film, or Web Series, All Thumbs and Green.
Right.
You did that in 2016, and that was in 2017.
Right.
And that was with... Sheila Cochran and Aaron Paderewski.
Right. That was actually done for the Savannah 48. We did that year. And the director, David, I think you had him on here.
Yeah, David Harlan Russo.
Yes. He was the director, and he released did a director's cut. And that was then submitted to that festival, which that's what was accepted.
And there was also a second nomination you had Best Actress for Short there. That was a nomination.
Yes. It Best Actress or Best? Yeah, it was
Best Actress in a Short.
What? Okay.
What?
I guess it was. What?
I did that.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm so sorry.
You did. You're fine. You did. Yeah. It was Best Actress. You know,
Okay.
unless IMDb's lying to me.
No, it was that. It was that.
Okay.
It was that.
And you are one of Savannah's best actresses.
Oh my
Or
God.
actor.
Here we go.
Here we go, piling it on. I tell you,
It's not that serious.
it's not. It is. And in 2018, for the movie The Exchange, you've been nominated for Best Supporting Actress in the 48-hour. You were nominated in the 48-hour film project in Savannah.
Yeah, that was a very, very shocking to me when that nomination was announced. But you know, it was a great time. I've only done the Savannah 48 twice, and that was my second time. I did it in first one was 16, and then again this year.
Right.
And I was very shocked for that.
What is your thoughts in doing the 48? I love doing the 48. I've done it 2 years in a row. With
I do. I love it. I just wait for I just want them to hand me the script and let me just know what I have
thought
to
you
do.
said just hand me the award, not let me be out of there. I'm gone.
No. But it's to me the only pressure is making sure that I have the character. I'm portraying the character the correct way, or making sure I have my lines right. But it's really I don't really feel like a pressure, but I guess because I'm not involved in like the editing and like the ending where the pressure is like really down to minutes. Usually I'm there the first day and thanks.
Or certain days when they need you and all that.
Yeah, so I mean I'm just there, they film me, and then the rest of it is up to them in the ending.
The 48 brings a good pressure. You get the elements and then creating it. And
it's a long 48.
Yeah, it's
48,
it's a solid
but
48.
it's that 24 hours the first day is grueling. It can be in the heat. I mean, it could be cold, and actually, it's usually during the summer, so it's very hot. And humid.
We've been in, or you've been in films, and I've been in the 48 also, where it's just a lot of.
And rain.
Yeah, rain.
The two that I was in, both years it did rain.
Yeah, and there was one that I was in that I was like, I wish it would rain.
Yeah.
I was like, where's that rain at? It's not here today. But, gosh, I totally love the 48. So we're going to wind the clock back a little bit. Well, before we wind the clock, I want to. Scared you for a minute.
No, I don't know where you're going with that.
We're going back to the past. We're in my time machine.
Back to first grade.
Back to first grade. Was that the first time that the acting bug got you?
Oh, God, no. I don't think so at all.
Okay.
No, I had no. I think this kind of just. I think I accidentally fell into this.
Okay.
Really? I've never. And
Really?
until like 2015.
Tell us more.
Of course, many females here in Savannah did the Magic Mike, the XXL. And of course, I was one of those. And after I did that, I think, God, that was in 2014, I guess. And then the next year, I started taking workshop classes, and I don't know. It just went from there.
It just happened.
It just happened. And we're saying, like, what, 3 years later? This is it. I mean, it's just still going.
And it's a passion that you didn't know you had, or
I had no idea I had it.
That's fascinating.
Being on that first time, like on Magic Mike, that first time I was on set, I had never done anything like that. I had no idea what it was like to be on set. No idea who these people were, as far as like the camera people and director. No, I didn't know what their jobs were. And I'm watching all this, and I was just so amazed at all that it took to make 5 minutes of a movie happen.
Wow.
and it was like 18 hours or 16 to 18 hours that day. But I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, I want to do more than that.
So you got the bug, and you had to do it,
And I said, this is more than just being, starry-eyed. That wasn't it at all. It was just the thought of what happens to bring that together.
The idea of creating a character and bringing them to life. What's that like?
It's very difficult at times. You just want to make sure that because the writer, of course,
Right.
has the idea when they're writing it of how this person is going to be or how they think they are. And then you of course, have your own opinion when you're reading it of
Right.
how it is. And then you have the director that, they're like, oh, maybe it's like 3 different ways I could see it.
In a way, it's kind of like maybe when you read a book and then you see a movie, and in your mind you've read the book and
Yeah.
you're like, well, Harry Potter's supposed to be like this.
That is true.
And then maybe there's a correlation there, but
Maybe
just
so,
with
yeah.
the character, I don't know. But
I don't find it hard, there are some times where I get in my head and I'm like, oh God, I can't do this. But,
what do you do then?
I have to get alone, get by myself and just,
Kind of center yourself.
I have
and
to
then,
center myself and I have to really focus. I have to really focus on it and just continue, read it and just keep on. Just
Can't think
repeat.
You can't think about the groceries that
No,
you need to buy. Or
cannot do that.
did I let the dog out before?
Because I know that
Yeah.
there's going to be
No,
that
no.
moment where I'm standing there in front of all these people.
Right.
And when action is called, I've got to know what to do, what to say.
And how to do it.
And how to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would just be terrible if I didn't know. It's like, okay.
One of the this was like perfect timing this week, movie that you were in, and I guess we'll
Oh, yeah,
we'll
okay.
start from we'll go backwards. I usually start at the beginning,
Okay.
but we're going to start looking at just go backwards in time. So we're going to do a little share here and turn back time.
Okay, let's do it.
No, I don't own the rights to that, so I can't sing it.
I'm sorry. I had something in my throat.
Yeah. Anywho, so let's see. We're just going to start with the latest thing, and if you can't talk about any of these because of DNAs or
I won't say a thing.
you won't say a thing. Don't worry, the world's listening.
Everyone.
Okay, the first movie is a horror movie, your latest one that I have on here. What Hate Breeds.
Right.
Can I say anything about it, or can you say anything about it?
I probably should not, but
Okay.
right now it's kind of on hold.
It's on hold. Okay.
Yeah, we're kind of on hold for that one.
Okay. I'm not even going to mention the director or anybody stars, just out of respect for that. So
It's a great group of people. I just want to say
it is.
that.
I'm just looking at the names.
people
and-
involved in it, and I've read the script, and it's a great. I hope that we keep moving forward with that production.
Awesome. Well, that brings us to, we're going way back in time to 2018,
It seems like just yesterday.
just like yesterday. This little movie called Breakdown,
Oh, breakdown.
and which is not a little movie, but it's a good movie. It's a short drama that
Yeah.
you did along with Langley Cornwell.
Yeah.
Wonderful actress.
Langley. I love Langley.
Langley's
She's
awesome.
amazing.
Kim
Kazarowski?
Yep.
I think that's right. Probably not. But
I'm sorry, Kim, if I didn't say your name
I'm
right.
so sorry, Kim.
I got to hear phonetically. You should hear Susevich. Spell Susevich for me.
I could listen. Thank you for saying it. I can't.
I can't either. I can't spell it. Can you imagine how I was? I had long names when I was in school, and the teacher's like, "Write your name." I'm like, "Really?
Really?
You see how many letters
write
and
my
consonants?"
name.
I needed. I was like on Wheel of Fortune. Can I buy a vowel?
Please.
So anyway, anyway, we had Langley in there. We had Kim and Aaron Paderewski in Breakdown, and David Harlan Russo.
David Harlan Russo was
wrote it.
in that again. Yes,
he write it?
He did write it. He and he also acted in it.
Yes.
He directed it as well. So yeah, that was a little fun little number we did. And lo and behold, here we go.
Yep. It got accepted into the 2018 Knox Film Festival in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is going to be held September 14th through the 16th.
Right.
And can I give the little bit of the tagline?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I got some of it here. So
Oh, God.
it's and I'm going to try to say, okay, I'm just going to break down my southern
Go for
my
it.
Savannah, Georgia accent.
I'm ready.
Two southern sisters with unfinished business and questionable cargo are stranded on a lonely road.
It's stranded on a lonely road.
It sounds interesting. It's called Breakdown, and the wonderful. If people could see the one, well, you can go online and see it. The wonderful poster on that. It's got
Doesn't that make
y'all
you
in
want
front
to
of
go
the
see
pickup
it?
truck. Yeah, it does. I'm like,
It was good.
The looks on y'all's faces. I'm like, oh Lord.
It was a lot of fun, and it turned out really good. And you think when you do short films like that, and you put your time into that. And we've probably did that a year and a half ago.
I think so. Yeah, I don't have that here. We'll just say you're right.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, we
Yeah, it's
did
been over a
that.
year.
Moving on, and then boom, this week and I'm like, oh my gosh, here it is. What are we doing now? Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm really glad about that. That's really good.
Yeah. So you had another one. Let's see, in 2018, The Exchange. We talked
Yeah,
about that,
that
but
was
we
a
can't.
good time.
Did we already say you could talk about that or not? I'm not sure.
Which one? The
The
Exchange?
Exchange. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, we
Okay.
did. That was the 48.
That was the 48. Yes, it was. I'm
That was
sorry.
this year's the 48.
I'm still asleep. So.
It's okay. But that was Cree, Michelle Rogers, and Lord, you done made me try to think of people's names. I can't.
Andre L. Johnson,
Yes, and
Michael
There was-
Tanzanui. That's what I got right here.
that's
I'm saying it wrong.
are you
I'm butchering names today. I'm sorry, y'all.
Val? That's
What did I
Val's
say?
husband.
That's Val's husband.
That's Val's
Okay.
husband.
This
Yes.
sounds like Knots Landing. Remember
Yes.
that? Valine.
That's Val. But she and Cree actually wrote that
Okay.
for the 48.
Wow.
And,
Yeah.
within, I don't know how long it took them to write it. I just showed up Saturday morning and was ready to film. But Cree was starred in it as well. And she actually won Best Actress for the 48.
Congrats.
this
Yeah,
year.
she did.
But me and Andre both were nominated. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and I was nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
That is awesome.
So we were very happy. Along
And-
with a couple, I think we were nominated for 8 things that year. I'm not sure how many awards.
And Cree and Andre, they recently came back from Savannah,
Not
San
Savannah,
Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah,
they
how
were doing
crazy is that?
doing some wonderful cosplay
so
there,
happy
and
for them.
I
That
think
was
Cree got
amazing.
in the top 10
She
somewhere.
did. That's awesome.
For that, for like the best, most dressed, or I'm sure we'll have to have her on so she can talk
Yeah,
about it.
Cree, you should come on. Thanks.
But yeah, so what a wonderful effort there for them, and
Yeah.
dreams do come true.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, and they come true in the movies. And The Exchange was a powerful movie. There, it was.
It
lot
was.
of action
It
to
was.
it.
It was a lot of action. It was. Yeah. It was. It was good. I don't think I haven't done anything. I don't think I've done anything like that one before. So that one was kind of because there was a lot of emotional. Like I felt like I had to display more emotion without saying anything.
How do you get to that place as an actor?
For me, I have to be by myself, and like I said earlier, just focus on it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to block everything out and just get into that zone of it and stay there. That's how I do it
Have
now.
you? Yeah.
But and maybe in the future I can just snap and boom, it's here.
Well, I
but
hope you don't snap.
not snap.
Let's get it on camera if you snap now.
Oh, please, let's do. But no, for now, I have to try to seclude myself as best I can if I'm on set and just focus on what I have to do.
And just getting that right headspace for the character.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Then there was in 2017, Dear Dictator,
Oh yeah, Dear Dictator.
which came to Savannah.
That was
It was a comedy.
That was good times. That was oh gosh, I think we actually filmed that in I don't remember if it was 15 or 16 that we did it. I want to say it might have
I
been
feel like
2016.
16,
The end
was
of
it?
the 16.
I think it was in 16.
I don't know. Anyway, it was a while before it actually was released.
Starring Michael Caine, Odia Rush,
Day Rush and Katie
Katie
Holmes.
Holmes.
That was a
Seth
lot
Green.
of fun. That was a good day.
Is there anything you can say about it?
I can. I just,
Only say what you can.
oh yeah. It was, I guess you could say to me that was one of the biggest things I have ever done. And everything just happened so fast, and I was very thankful. And it was a good time. It was so great just to sit with, someone like Katie Holmes, who's done, I don't
Right.
even know how many films, and done so many things and been so many places. And you're sitting there across the table from her, and she's like, "Do you mind if we just run these lines?"
And you're like,
Do
you look behind
what?
you. Who?
Or
Me?
do I mind if I've been waiting my whole life to run lines with you? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like surreal. It really was.
What about Michael Caine? Did you get any chance to interact?
I did not get to interact with him. I did when I had to go a couple of times, of course, for fittings and things like that. I did get to, I guess, see him. I was, around him, but no, I did not get to interact with him at all. Even though my scene, he's in that scene, sort of. It flashes back and forth, but no.
Okay. Yeah, and it was a very interesting film. It was very funny.
It was.
It just looked like a good time, like you said.
I think it turned out really good.
And let's see, in 2017, you were in Living the Dream.
Oh, yes, Living the Dream.
So what'd you do on Living the Dream?
Living the Dream, I was Miss Spickler. And I worked for, I guess you could say, the county. And I had to come inspect the trailer park that the owners had. They were from the UK. I can't believe that's the storyline where they were from the UK and they moved to Florida and buy a mobile home park. And they think that that's going to be the rest of their life and they're going to be great at it. And it's actually a terrible place. It's not good. And there's all these country people, of course, because we're so country in the South.
Was that for Sky TV?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And they just did season 2.
Wow. So
They
that was the inaugural season of it, and I guess it'd be?
Yeah,
Well,
season 1 was, first season 1. And then they've just finished, season 2, I'm pretty sure. But, it hasn't come out yet.
Right.
But it was good. That was good times as well. That was a couple of days on set. I got to do that and got to be very official.
Official how? You got to...
I got to be rude. Semi-rude, I guess.
We're coming up on a movie in just a minute after, not the next one, but the one after. It's part of the Suitcase trilogy that we're going to talk about, and we got some stories on that one. That's a fun one. But the next one chronologically here was a musical short, a short that was a musical and a comedy. So a little bit changing it up for you there. Say It With Music.
Yep, I fell into that one. I actually fell into that one too. I don't even really remember how I got. I don't know if I saw a posting about it or somebody told me to come there. So I go there and I didn't realize that this was actually a production that had been in the makings for a while. And they actually had, I guess the character I played, Matilda, had been cast, but then maybe something happened because I came into it and everybody else was there and we literally filmed like a week later. And I was like,
wow, so you just jumped in the deep end.
It's like I just jumped in but it was fun. It was like, we just got to be very, I guess you could say it was more, I guess they kept referring to it as more theater because they like, it was good to be bigger with your emotions because it was...
Okay, so more over the top.
Yeah, because there was no, like, dialogue.
Okay.
It was just, yeah. And it was also done virtual reality. It was VR.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was that? How did that... for them trying to get the virtual reality, did that affect your performance in any way? Did you have to act differently? Or?
Yeah, that part about, I had to be, they said the bigger the better. They needed it to be like, and then when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I see what they're talking, how they needed it to be.
Right,
they were like, if you feel ridiculous, you're probably doing it right. So,
and the Academy Award goes
yeah,
to
exactly.
Katie Holmes.
Yeah, thanks, Katie. No, but it was a lot of fun and watching them because this was the first VR film I believe that SCAD had done.
Wow,
and being a musical as well. Not VR. Maybe it was not a VR. Maybe a VR musical. That's what it was.
Okay.
First.
Interesting. Very interesting. David Harlan Russo was in that.
That's where I met David.
Oh, is it? Okay. What was that first meeting like?
Well, David was very official and very thorough and very proper.
Well, and this is a perfect chance for me to throw this in there. And I was just kind of joking with them all on Facebook, and we've had Patrick Roper on here
I
and
love
David.
Patrick.
And Patrick started it, and John Difer's been on here. He's the only one.
I love him too.
He's awesome. But John's the only one that's escaped the Savannah on film thing where you appear on the show and then you shave your beard off. It started with Patrick, then David.
I really don't want to see mine go. I guess I'll have to shave.
Yeah, I said you escaped that one. So
yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't think John's going to do it either.
No.
I think he's good. He needs to keep it.
Yeah. John's not going to give that.
Him.
That's him. That's signature right there.
It works for him.
It's like they were in that film actually, and John was in the next film we're going to talk about, Savior's Mule.
Isn't that where I met you?
Is it?
I
think it was. I think
you
it
did
is.
the sound for that, didn't you?
I did.
Yes, that's where I met you.
That's where we met you, and that's where I laughed so hard. And I'm not. And we can't say on the air.
Yeah, we can't. I'm not going to say it.
What I thought you said in the film, but if you watch the film, there's a part of it, and it's more of an inside joke.
It was hilarious,
but it just had me going. And every time I'd see you, we'd joke about that, and I was like, oh no,
every time.
I tried to break that habit,
because you were listening because I was mic'd the whole time, and so whatever I said, you were like hearing everything.
And I know,
so I would cut up by myself.
I would hear,
and he would hear everything.
Oh, yeah, and that was it was early on in my career, but I
yeah, that was when I was just getting started. I was a wee lad.
Yeah, I was a wee lad. Yeah. Back before I drew this beard in. No, but we had a great time, and it was
fun.
David Harlan Russo. I guess this is a David.
That was David.
Show.
I tell you what, David can throw together a story.
He can throw together a story and direct it,
and be in it.
And we had a mess of people in that film, and it was a mess in the end.
It was a mess,
but it was
a mess.
It was
hilarious,
and. He's going to kill me because I can't remember I didn't write down everything it won, but or got nominated. Actually, didn't it get nominated? I
don't remember.
Right now,
there's so much. It's just a blur.
My brain hurts sometimes.
My brain is hurting.
I'm like, where am I? Who am I? John was in there, and he was the minister.
He was the pastor.
He was the pastor.
Yeah.
And Patrick
what was the church called? Save yourself. Save yourself.
Because it's Savior's Mule.
Savior's Mule.
And it was Save Yourself.
Save yourself.
And I think
clever.
I think my friend Beth Smithberger, she worked on like the set design, and she came up with some of the stuff there in the church hall. She did a wonderful job. And yeah, I remember the Savior, save your soul, save yourself.
Yeah, and Dorothy Jolly was that in me, and I love Dorothy. She's so
awesome.
Lovely. She's so good.
Getting all of y'all together is just like.
Well, that was actually the first time I worked with Patrick and with Dorothy.
How was that?
Oh, it was great. Patrick is amazing, and
he is. He's an exceptional actor. He's one of the best we've gotten.
Right, and it was like, oh my God, Patrick's going to be in this too. So I was super excited, even though it took 24 hours to film the whole thing.
There was we're giving away a little production secret, but
literally,
that last scene was like 22 hours long because I was looking at it.
It was, but you know what? That's what you do. You got to do it. If you want to do it, you got to do it.
And they're like, sound? And I'm like, I think we're done. No. But
it was like, we would get these bursts of energy, and it would just be out of control. But then it would be like, oh my God. I was so tired.
It was grueling because that one scene in the end, and I don't really want to say on radio what it was.
That scene.
But you got to see it. It's called Savior's Mule. And it was just hilarious. It's one of the highlights of my career and being on set. And when I get to work with you guys and on 48 and other ones, I just have a blast. So,
It's a good little group of folks of certain folks. I don't want to say certain folks, but I did. But no, just there's a few people that do this that that are serious and take it like are just as passionate as you are. And when you get those people together,
Yeah, I love that. You see,
it is just like you feed off of each other.
that's exactly how I am. You put me around some creative people that are bringing something new, a different
Right.
way of looking at something
Right.
together, and you just bring them together. I just feed off that energy. I love it.
So
You
great.
know? And that's when you really feel alive. When you know
Feel so alive.
you feel alive.
It's
yes, it's alive. But that was a great, fun film. And then I got this little thing here, and it has no pictures.
Oh, great.
I don't know what it is.
Goodness.
Actors on the Move in Savannah.
Actors on the Move in Savannah.
Educate me on that one.
That is a group of actors. I'm really unsure of who all is actually in that core group right now, but there is a Facebook page for that if you would
Okay.
love to follow it, because it actually follows several of us here in the
Okay.
Low Country,
In the low
or
country.
Savannah, I guess.
Savannah and Low Country.
Savannah Actors on the Move, right? That's it. That's what it is.
Yep.
Actors on the Move.
Actors on the Move in Savannah.
Yes. So
It could just be actors that are moving around the different houses.
I mean, it could
No, I'm
be
just
that, but I don't think it is.
I told you from the beginning, when I'm not going to be able to keep a straight face during this
I mean,
interview.
if it is that, then they didn't tell me that.
It's about a moving
It's
company.
about a moving company.
I tell you.
1-800 move me. But yes, it just kind of follows and keeps up with these several people. And
Let's see. Was Dorothy in that?
Dorothy, yes, she is in that. I was there. I'm trying to remember.
No,
Dorothy, I think
Dorothy
Angelique.
Hadley Jolly.
Dorothy Jolly.
Is it Jolly or Jolie?
Is it? I don't know. I always, in my head, I say Dorothy Jolly, but
Okay.
it may be Jolie.
She's probably Jolly. Every time I
She's
met her,
very
she's very
jolly.
nice. So
So yeah, she seems very, very happy a
I
lot.
think this has
so
turned
she's
into a
probably
comedy show.
I know, right?
but there was, and forgive me if I don't get the names right here, Camilla Flynn in there.
Camille Flynn, yeah.
Okay.
She is very fantastic for the city of Savannah. She does a lot of stuff. She gets around.
Okay, and there's Angelique Bates.
Angelique.
Okay.
Angelina, not Angelina. Angelique. I can't even say her name right. Angela, I'm so sorry. But yes, she is one of them as well. She, there's, like when I first started all this little small group of us,
Actors
we've just kind of stuck together.
Yeah,
And
that's
she's she's part of that little group.
I got a lot of my friends back from Savannah Tech and the Georgia Film Academy, and we're still a tight knit group. And I meet other groups, and
Yeah.
our circles. Savannah's the big small city that
Big, small city.
that people's little circles intertwine, and you meet people like you that are wonderful, that are just
I
doing
try
wonderful
to be
things.
wonderful.
Okay. Let's see. Then in 2017, there was a short comedy you were in along with Langley Cornwell, Alan Edwards, and Thomas F. Harris, directed by Kenneth Butler II, Princess in Hiding.
That one, I was trying to figure out what you were talking about. No, that was not. It was. We did do that, but I don't know what happened, but
Okay.
that one did not happen. That one, it
Rewind.
did,
Okay.
but it did not.
Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's in my notes here. But
I was so confused just then.
okay. Well, I just hope I confused everyone.
No, sorry about that.
I brought my time stone so I can turn back
It's
time.
okay.
So that never happened, but it's a good movie.
It's
You should, Princess in Hiding. You should
If
check
you
it
can
out.
see it, you
should
should.
check it out. We have once again. Well, there's Living a Dream. I already talked about
Yeah,
that.
we did that. We lived the
Moving
dream.
right
We are
along.
living the dream.
We are living a dream every day. We're
Every
making it
day.
happen. So we got to get trucking here because
Yes.
sister, we're running
I
out
mean,
of time.
well, come on, hit
Look
the
at this.
hit the hot spots.
Okay, we got. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to run through some, and
for it.
you tell me.
I'll tell you if I want to talk about it.
Oh dear. Okay, Savannah Sunrise from 2016.
Yep, I did. That was filmed in Augusta, and I went there with a group with our group, and
Our
we
group.
went there just and we were really just background. We were just extras in that,
Okay.
but we got credit for being there that day because. I don't know. I guess it was just a small film and it was in Augusta. But yeah, it was a fun day. We had a good time.
Okay, I'm going to run through these really
going.
quick because there's one I really want to get to.
Well, let's get
and talk
to it.
Okay. We had the Adjuncts from 2016.
Yes.
The Last Customer 2016.
Fun. That was a great one. I love it.
Bernard T. Ward's Popcorn
It was I
Bag
Heart
of
Zombie.
Terror?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like a trilogy, but I
Okay.
Heart Zombie was that one, yes.
Okay, cool beans. So another horror film. Please remain seated.
Please chill up. That was fun. Lots
That
of
was
fun.
a comedy there from 2016 that you were in. And one of my favorites, and I told David this, I thought it was just one of his sweetest and
I know what you're going to
typical
say.
summer kind of Savannah, that lazy kind of summer. A lot of boiling whatever beneath the surface.
Yep.
This is radio, so I got to be careful what I say. But all thumbs.
Smoldering.
That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. All Thumbs and Green from 2016. It's a short romance.
It was so sweet.
Can I say what it's about? Then?
Yes,
It's
Lord,
about
yes.
Caroline, a widow who is slowly recovering from a tragic loss. She finds hope with the arrival of a groundskeeper, Aaron Paderewski, whose gentle spirit might just help Caroline. Directed by David Harlan Russo. Sheila Cochran was starred in that.
Sheila was my mother.
She was your mother. Did a great job. And I almost said Dana was in there too.
I
That's
was in
you.
there too. Yeah, how about that?
But
we should get her on here.
We should. We should.
That was a lot.
That's a great show.
I remember when, well, of course, we filmed it,
great
and then I
movie, excuse me.
remember when it finally, when they, because it was for the 48. So I remember when they finally got it all together, and
Mm-hmm.
all of us watched it for the first time before we, had to bring it here to submit, and I was like watching it with literally my jaw was open. I was like just in shock at how good it was, and as soon as it was over, I said, "Let's watch it again."
Yeah. It was such a sweet and just powerful film.
And the music was everything was just so sweet. It looked pretty. It was just good.
Girl, you got a lot of other things here, but
I know, you keep going through the hot spots.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the good stuff. So I want to get to some of the main questions here. But
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. What actors inspire you?
Well, I brought a list
Okay.
because I'm like,
And I'm going to tease that because it's time for a commercial. So
Oh,
don't
God.
you those hate cliffhangers?
God.
But
Say, please come back.
please come back, y'all. I gotta say y'all. But we'll be back with Dana Joyce Schiller.
Schiller.
Right back in a second here on Savannah on Film.
The Ogeechee Riverkeeper offers monthly canoe and kayak excursions in all of the river's watershed through October. This year's paddles will take adventurers from the river's twisting and turning northern sections near Wadley, west of Augusta, to broad coastal stretches near Harris Neck, south of Savannah. The trips range from beginner to intermediate in difficulty. Boat rental is available. For more information, visit ogeecheeriverkeeper.org.
WRUULP Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings Community Radio with Global Soul.
WRUU brings you the most diverse and passionate local radio programming on the air in Savannah. This all-volunteer and nonprofit community radio station accepts no money from any form of government. Our diversity and independence is made possible only through the generous financial support of listeners like you. We rely on your annual and ongoing monthly contributions to cover the many costs associated with bringing you our broadcast and web programming. If you are a contributor, thank you. If you are not yet a contributor, please show your appreciation of the role WRUU plays in your life by becoming a contributor in any amount. You can donate quickly and easily by credit card or check. Just find the donate and subscribe links at WRUU.org. Thanks for listening to and supporting WRUU.
Tune in Saturdays at 3 p.m. to Muses, Memoirs, and More, your show about authors, artists, and entertainers with your host, Adam Messer. You're listening to WRUU-LP Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings Community Radio with Global Soul.
And we are back. We left last where we were going to talk about what actors inspire you.
Such a cliffhanger.
A cliffhanger. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I did make a list, and I was going crazy with it. So many. I'm just going to go through who I like.
Sure.
You think of scenes in movies, and I'm like, oh my God, that was so good. Okay. The movie Room with Brie Larson. Oh my God. She did so good in that film. Sarah Paulson, American Horror Story. Ruth Nega, do you say it? N-E-G-G-A? Is it Nega? I'm not sure, but she was in Loving, the biracial couple from like the 60s.
Oh, I did see that.
Oh my God, that film can just...
that tears your heartstrings.
It does. Just the preview.
Yeah, it was an amazing preview. So on that, what other actors you got there?
I got Anthony Hopkins, of course. He can go from Westworld. Have you watched Westworld on HBO?
I haven't
It's okay.
yet.
No pressure. Walter Goggins.
Oh,
No.
okay. I'm sorry.
Justified, The Hateful Eight. He was in Vice Principals. He is a funny guy and he's a serious guy. And Vice Principals was hilarious. I like funny stuff.
Oh, Vice Principal. Oh, yes. That would. Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Especially the lady who was the principal. Oh no, I don't know.
Oh,
we can't even talk about that on radio.
I can't.
Next.
So of course, I love. Let's see here. Denzel, of course. Denzel Washington from in Training Day was to me one of his best. And of course, Tom Hanks. I can't forget Tom Hanks.
Well, Denzel was in Glory, that was filmed in Savannah.
Oh, is that right?
Yes,
I have no history. See, this is.
How do you not? Oh, girl.
Oh, shame on me.
Shame.
I need to do more research.
It's fine.
Yeah, so
Tom Hanks, you said?
Tom Hanks, of course, the film that he was, what was it? Was it Sully that he did about the plane that landed in the Hudson River?
Yeah.
Watching that last couple of scenes where they were listening back to the footage and then they played it, then they showed it as if it was really happening.
Forrest Gump for me. There's so many films.
Forrest Gump, of course.
We could turn this into the Tom Hanks hour. he's done so many incredible things.
I saw I think I saw just a post today on Facebook that said if you ever see Tom Hanks on a plane, get off immediately because he's
played like a bunch of captains and stuff like that.
It's
so
like the plane goes down.
Apollo 11.
Something is not going to go right. But and of course I've got these funny people like Kate McKinnon, Will Ferrell,
she's one
Melissa
of my favorites
McCarthy, and Jimmy Fallon is my celebrity crush.
Really? Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Jimmy Fallon.
What's it about Jimmy Fallon?
He's funny. I just think that, and I think it's more funny when he thinks it's funny. When he's trying to do something, I don't know. I just love him so much.
Yeah.
He just is a great entertainer to me. So, but Will Ferrell, Ricky Bobby is always a fan favorite.
Ricky Bobby is family.
Elf. I don't know what to do with my hands. I quote him daily. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's done some exceptional things, and we talked about how you got started. I think.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah, just I'm telling you, it really just I fell into it. It just kind of happened. And I'm glad.
What advice do you give fellow actors from your personal perspective? Is there anything that you've gained through your experiences in film?
The advice I have is if you're focused and you're serious about it, then don't stop doing it if you're passionate about it. But it is very hard. And you will be told no 100 times for the one time you're told yes. So don't let that, hurt your feelings too bad. Just keep, if you want to do it and you're passionate, then go for it. But if you get discouraged very easily, then this probably is not the game for you. But I just like it. I do. I just take the knockdown as, okay, I got to get my stuff together and do better next time. What did I do wrong? And let me fix that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I would just, start there, take classes and just learn, network and, meet people and just learn all you can do.
What do you think you see, or where do you think you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, wow. That is...
Is that too deep?
That is no. Well, I mean, it's let's say 5 years. Whoa.
Because I know you're like, oh gosh, let's contemplate life. Maybe it's the next role. You know, it's because sometimes it is the next role. Sometimes it's it's hard to say.
I hope this is not the end. You know, I hope I still have more.
Oh, you have plenty of time.
I mean, I'm just saying, quit it. But
Good
you know what
Lord.
I'm saying is that if
somebody don't put you on a
this is-
film, there's something wrong.
If this is it, I am okay with that. I hope it's not, but I will not be. I won't go home and cry about it. I'm very happy with my accomplishments.
You got to
So
have a tough skin to be an actor.
You have to. You have to.
Like you said,
So
you got to take rejection. You got to take it well.
You have to take it a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And there are a lot of jobs or careers that people have, and they have to do the same thing that aren't in the film industry. And you have to. It's good advice in life, I think.
You actually are going
Yeah.
on a job interview every audit. It's actually just a job interview. And
Well,
I hate interviews. Like right now.
Oh.
I hate this. No.
What?
It's okay.
I need
I
a
love you,
guest.
Ed, but
Well, I tell you.
well, Molly.
But you love Savannah on film, right?
I love Savannah on film. So that was one thing I just I was like, oh my goodness, it's like I'm interviewing for a job every single audition.
Well, isn't it almost like every scene like that in a way?
Yes. It's like
constantly trying to prove that you are
I'm
this
the
character.
one. I'm the one you want. It's me. And a lot of times if you're not picked, you don't even find out why you weren't picked. I mean, you will never know. Most of the time, you'll never know why they didn't choose you, and you just have to be okay with that.
Yeah, and having that rejection, you learn from that rejection. You know, you learn from obstacles. I've said before that I've learned from a lot of things that I failed at. You know, because some people say, "What if you failed at?" Oh, I've never failed at anything. I think we fail constantly at things.
Constantly fail,
but it's how you perceive it, whether it's a failure or it's not.
Right.
And you just got to look at it as a challenge. Some things will knock you on your butt, and you're like, "Wow, I didn't see that coming." But then the next thing ahead is even greater and better for you, and it's where you're meant to be, maybe.
Right.
You know, and,
so, you weren't meant for that, and you didn't see what was coming, and then it's like,
and you're like, wow, you know. And had you gotten to that level sooner, you might have not been ready for it, right?
Yeah, and I may not have appreciated it.
Or
right now it's like everything that comes my way, I'm like, oh my God, I got to do my best. You know, it's not that I wouldn't have done my best, but
I
I don't know.
seen
I
you
just
not
feel
do your
better.
best.
You know, I feel more like I'm more passionate about things. I guess that's with age anyway. You know, the older you are, you're more mature, and I just take things more serious.
What is one of your thoughts of how the Savannah film community, how we can foster more independent filmmakers here?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. Oh, Lord have mercy, Ed. I think that we're doing...
I think we're doing a lot of it now
A lot
already.
of it now.
Yeah.
Everybody is making films. I mean...
Yeah. It doesn't matter where you are, what your stature is. The technology is there that if you have a thought, you can make it happen.
Put it on. You can put.
And
and now with
enough hungry people.
technology, it's easy to record something and put it out there,
Mm-hmm.
and boom, you have a web series. Boom, you have a YouTube show or whatever, and kids are doing it, and they're making movies about
On their cell phones.
nothing. Yes, on cell phones. So if you have a cell phone, you can be a director. You can be a movie maker. You can do all that.
But that being said, there is an art to it. Each of these
is.
professions. Yeah, you're not the next. You
Of
may be the
course.
next Spielberg, but it may take a little while. But you can certainly try. We all start somewhere. We all have our different stages of development that we go through.
But don't be scared to do it. If you want to
Right.
do it, go for it.
And don't be discouraged.
Exactly.
We fall so we can learn to get back up again. That's the thing is, it's easy to get discouraged and said, well, maybe this life isn't for me. Maybe I'm just not it, or is it Frances McDermott who won the Academy Award, I think, for 3 Billboards Outside of
I think so.
somewhere. I forgot the whole title.
Yeah.
And she's like, they said, you don't look the part. You don't look
Yeah.
this. You don't look. It doesn't,
No.
like she said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter where you're from.
It doesn't.
Doesn't matter. You got that talent. You got this in front of you. You got this script. You learn that part, even if it's a small role. That small role is going to lead to something next. Someone's going to see what you're doing, and you won't even know sometimes that they're noticing your talent that you have.
Right. Somebody's watching. Somebody is watching you, and you would not even know. And then you'll get a little phone call.
Or if they're the sound person, they're always listening.
Or if they're the same person, they're always listening.
But the thing is, and that can lead to your next big break. That can be the next big thing for you. So,
And Savannah I really feel like it's really getting out there. I mean, I think
Yes.
people are starting. It's slow, but I think people are starting to realize that there is talent in Savannah. And,
Right.
We're here and we're trying to be loud and, make our voice for ourselves.
right. And, there's plenty of work for everyone in this town.
There is plenty of work.
And I tell you, working with different groups of people, it's great to have your little cliques here and
Yes.
there. And you can do wonderful things, who you work well with. But sometimes you really need to challenge yourself and get outside of those cliques, because I find it so interesting to work with a varying array of
Oh, I
different
do as
types of
well.
people, because I think it helps me grow, and
Well,
it
if
helps
I
me
don't feel
be a better person.
I said this once before, not today, but I said that if I start to feel uncomfortable when I'm doing something or like taking a class and I'm uncomfortable, that means that I'm learning and I'm moving forward. Then that I need to keep doing that, because if I'm uncomfortable, then it's not. I mean, I just need to keep I need to keep doing that.
Right. You just got to keep pushing. You just got to keep going to that next thing.
And being around the different people, it's you're going to pick up loads of new things from, exposing yourself to different people.
Totally. Yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to discuss? There's a lot more I want to discuss but we just simply don't have the time. An hour goes by so quickly.
Wasn't this fun?
This is fun. This is why I wanted you on here, because I said when I can get Dana on the show, I'm getting Dana on the show, because Dana's a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh.
And Dana is a talented actor.
Oh, well, thank you,
You are.
Ed.
You are.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you make me laugh. And I love.
I don't mean to make you laugh all the time.
But you
this
play.
happens.
Yeah. The thing is, though, you can play some really good serious roles too. You're
I
a
can
good
be
actor.
funny, and I can be really mean too. I don't mean to be, and I feel so bad sometimes. I'm like, I'm so
That
sorry.
just means
I had
you're
to
good
be
at your
mean.
craft. So
But it's a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
I'm so proud of us in Savannah and
I am too.
the way we're. 3 years ago, it was just I no nothing.
you're standing in the middle of Forsyth Park, said, "I'm here. Where are the movies?"
Yeah,
No.
well, yeah, and,
And now you're
now
like-
it's like people are just
Coming out the woodwork.
yeah,
And that's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
And we don't have to wait for the big Hollywood productions, because there's a lot of talented filmmakers in this city
In
that are
the
making
city.
great films right now. They may not be the biggest budgets. They might not have the greatest special effects or whatever, but they've got the greatest talent.
Savannah's got talent. I was just fixing to say we have it here.
talent.
If you want it, we got it. Bring it here.
Yep, bring it, and that's a great way to segue out of here. Thank you, Dana, for joining us today. Dana Joyce
Ed.
Schiller, thank you for being on. And Savannah on Film wants to feature film professionals at different levels. So if you're listening and you're in the industry, I'd probably love to talk to you. And it's a lot of fun. Is it a lot of fun?
So much fun.
Thank you.
Good times. We had a great time.
We had a great time, and I hope you all did too out there. Our email is savannahonfilm@gmail.com if you want to hit us up there. You can check out our Facebook page, where you can keep up with who's going to be our next guest. Usually around Monday or so, I like to tease who our next guest is.
He's a teaser.
And Facebook just goes crazy on that.
They go so crazy.
And we've had a lot of great response, and I thank everybody listening.
I think this is great, Ed. This is
Well, thank you. I'm trying. So
you're doing so good. I'm so proud of you.
But it's not about me. It's about these wonderful guests that I got. And what did I tell you? I only have interest in people on this show.
They are very interesting too.
Yes. So we're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. And you can catch the finalized episodes of this on YouTube. Check us out there. And Savannah on Film is a voice for the Savannah film industry. And you've been listening to Savannah on Film with your host, Ed Susevich, on WRUU 107.5 FM LP, Savannah Soundings, community radio with global soul. You have been listening to another episode of Savannah on Film, where we give a voice to the Savannah film community. Please like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Twitter. This program was originally broadcast on 107.5 FM in Savannah, Georgia, and worldwide on www.wruu.org. Join us next time for more intriguing insights into the vibrant Savannah film community here at Savannah on Film.